chill like the blues and all that funky. We vanished you from heaven, but I'll never really kill you. There's room for both of us, for my love and all your evil. Your thoughts remind me with every drop of blood, and I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm still alive. I told my father I gotta go see about a girl. I'm gonna risk it all. I risk it all for love. I told my people what I came in here for. I'm here to risk it all. I'm here to die for love. Banished you from heaven, but I'll never really kill you. There's room for both of us, for my love and all your evil. Your thoughts remind me with every drop of blood, and I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm still alive. Banished you from heaven, but I'll never really kill you. There's room for both of us, for my love and all your evil. Your thoughts remind me with every drop of blood, and I'm still alive. Yeah, I'm still alive.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am once more streaming, and well, it's been quite a while since I've done anything with the stream, and I must say I am looking to, get back into doing this. Maybe for now, at least. My microphone is a bit too loud. I'm just gonna. There we go. Today, however, is a bit of a special day. See, I was just, you know, minding my own business. And then, as you all know me, Vesp TTV, the one and only, I managed to, well, I managed to start recording with the one and only Finley Clark. You may unmute yourself right now. I think the people are going to be able to hear you. So, say that one more time, please.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go. I think they can hear you now. Okay, so we're gonna be doing. This is an interview, so you're gonna be able to see Finley in just 1 second. There we go. Hello.
Hi.
Say hi. Anyway, so this was a bit of a surprise for me. I wasn't actually expecting this, but yeah, I gotta get back to doing this at some point. So we are going to be doing a little bit of something special. So, as you may know, I'm a gaming channel. I'm not a music channel, but that does not mean that I don't have the speciality and the skill required to do an interview with a musical artist. Now, I think you may have heard of her. If not, I suppose we should start with the good questions first, shall we? So, Finley Clark. Who exactly is Finley Clark? I mean, what defines you as an artist? Who really are you?
So I'm a musical artist from Bucharest, Romania, and I started making music during the pandemic in 2020. And since then, I have released an indie rock album called Teenage Magic, and I am currently working on my sophomore album called Slasher. I was also touring abroad. I've been to several countries so far, and right now I have this event called Bucharest Burlesque Festival. We've already had the summer edition, and we're getting ready for the Halloween party.
Okay. So Finley, how did you first get into music?
Okay, so I was writing lyrics. I started writing lyrics when I was like in middle school, and then even though like when I was a child I was in the church choir and in the school choir, I was never really seeing myself as making music. I was just really happy with with writing poetry, and I also did a bit of photography and videography and theater. But during the pandemic, I don't really know what happened. I started working from home, and I was listening actually to the Stooges and to a bunch of like punk music, and I was like, maybe I could try writing a song instead of a poem. And I did, and then everything else happened.
I This is a really good story. I mean, getting from just writing regular lyrics to doing full-on music. I I wanna ask though, who or what were your first influences in music? Of course, your earliest influences, I may add.
So my older siblings have kind of like influenced me a lot, with different genres. Like my sister was very much into rock music, like Nirvana, Deep Purple, Guns N' Roses, Led Zeppelin. And then my brother, he was more into like synth pop from the 80s, like Depeche Mode, Modern Talking, Alphaville, everything. So that was, I think those were like my earliest influences. But then when I was in high school, I started listening to like The Doors and Bob Dylan, and then from that, I just experimented with different genres.
That is a really nice story, and I think this is how a lot of musical artists start. Self, in case you don't know, I've had my fair share of music, especially singing. I've been in my high school band at some point, and I managed to make a small little fool of myself while I was singing on my scene. But what was there a specific moment you decided that, oh yes, music is going to be my career?
Well, obviously, because I feel like, in a way, actually, I think filmmaking is the one art that combines all of the other arts. But music is also pretty up there, so it kind of combines all of the creative skills that I already have, and which makes it super exciting to think of new projects and collaborating with the various artists.
Okay, perfect. We're just gonna be playing Euro Truck Simulator from now on. That works.
Go.
So instead of driving a BMW, we're just gonna drive some semi trucks. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Great. Love that.
All right. So let's go back to the question, shall we?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut this on YouTube. You're not even gonna see it because, of course, YouTube people. Whatever. So
That's
I was asking about your musical process because I'm really curious. So when you start writing like a song, what comes first? The lyrics, the melody, or maybe just a streak of creativity? What is the first thing that comes to mind?
okay. So the first thing that comes to mind is usually the lyrics. But ever since I started, making more and more songs, I was able to also write while listening to a beat, or maybe to just like think of a certain concept or a certain word and write some lyrics based on that.
I see. Okay, so when it comes to your new album, because this there is your new album, you play, from what I'm aware of, indie rock. That's your genre, right? Indie rock.
Yeah.
So like, why did you choose that? I mean, what was your inspiration for indie rock?
My inspiration for indie rock was, I don't know, maybe I was listening to too much Arctic Monkeys, especially during the pandemic, because I feel like they were touring at the time, so a lot of their music started coming up on TikTok and everywhere, and then eventually they came to like Summerwell, and so I just kind of got back into that British music, Britpop, garage rock, and depending on the band.
That's actually very interesting. So, okay, when you're making your music, what do you usually do? I mean, is there like a specific ritual that you have when you're composing your tunes? Like, what do you like doing? What is your feng shui, as some people would say?
Honestly, I don't really have any rituals when I make music. I really just I do like writing at night when I feel like I'm more alone and I don't have to think about anything else, so I can focus more on my creative side. But other than that, no, I don't really have any traditions.
Okay, I see. So, when making music, we all know that it is quite a harder process. And I guess my question to you is, how do you deal with all of that? How do you deal with when you don't have the creativity to do music? How is it that you deal with that?
That is a really good question. So obviously, I like to entertain myself with a lot of things. So maybe I can go to like practice a sport or go hiking or do something like that to clear my mind. Maybe reconnect with nature, touch grass, something like that,
That's great.
and that usually helps. Or just like watching movies, reading books, stuff like that.
Oh, that is actually very interesting. Okay. Now I would like to ask you something about your style. What is your music style?
Okay, so my music style it really depends on the concept of the song. So for instance, on my debut album Teenage Magic, I have certain songs that are more into this indie rock genre, but some of them are more like trap or like Blue Suburbia, for instance. So it really depends. I'm very much influenced by that era of Tumblr 2014. So a lot of those songs sound really nostalgic to me, so I listen to a lot of those songs.
Oh,
And I feel like my style is also influenced by that.
I see. I see. Very interesting, and I really appreciate that you have a very solid grasp of what you're doing. We're going to listen to one of Finley's song now because you guys are probably curious how her album sounds. So hang on a minute while I figure this out, and we're gonna be able to listen to one of Finley's songs because her music is obviously the main reason why we're here. Um, Her new album, I've listened to it quite a few times, and I personally, I really like it, but I would like to have your opinion on it as well. So, incoming now is gonna be one of Finley's songs. Enjoy. Hey, hang on a minute. Let me just quickly add. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Enjoy.
Everybody knows she's never on her own. When she puts her phone on airplane mode. Many people don't know this about me, but I died 3 years ago. Now I fell in love with a beautiful girl, but she doesn't know that I'm a ghost. Now you're wondering where she's at. She's always in my bed in my haunted house. My neighbors see her walking in and out. Yeah, they worry for her life cause they know she's mine. But if I tell her the truth about my cold skin and find that I see my real history. She's a heartbreaker, serial killer. She's always ghosting people, but she'll never let me go. Her phone's on airplane mode. She's the new girl everywhere she goes. She moves around a lot. She can never really find her place, but she's not an army brat. Now you're wondering where she's at. She's always in my bed in my haunted house. My neighbors see her walking in and out. Yeah, they worry for her life cause they know she's mine. But if I tell her the truth about my cold skin and find that I see my real history. She's a heartbreaker, serial killer. She's always ghosting people, but she'll never let me go. Her phone's on airplane mode. She's a heartbreaker, serial killer. She's always ghosting people, but she'll never let me go. Her phone's on never on alone. When she puts her phone on airplane mode. She's a heartbreaker, serial killer. She's always ghosting people. She'll never let me go. Her phone's on airplane mode. She's a heartbreaker, serial killer. She's always ghosting people, but she'll never let me go. I don't kiss no bitch, I just kiss a ghost. It's high from the sunlight in the hidden hills. I got terms and conditions, you gotta pay my bills. I'm not afraid of you, you don't give me the chills. Trust me, I can make it, I ain't bumping any pills.
That was Airplane Mode by Finley. Oh, what a lovely track. I mean, honestly, I really like your style. I can see your inspirations now, and they're very, very good. This is a really, really, really good track. Back to the gameplay now. I had to restart my game because of some consequences with... Well, I'm going to explain it. You know how some games just don't like you to use their cursor? Well, I'm gonna have to change that. Hang on a minute, I'll figure that out. Controls, and there is a thing which is called... Where is it? Mouse controller. Maybe you guys can help me. I mean, this ain't a perfect thing, so I'm really... Not at all. My stream uses a mouse. Oh, it's my clutch that moves when I was up. Nice. Fido, you're on mute. I don't think we can hear you. Maybe you would like to. Yes, you can. You're finally able to be heard. I'm sorry, but you are on mute, and nobody can hear you for a second.
So am I on mute or not?
No, you're not. You're not on mute now. You're good.
Okay.
So now that we've established that your tracks sound very amazing, how would you describe your tracks to? How would you describe your sound to someone who's never heard your music?
So basically, like I said, there's a lot of that nostalgic sound of like pop music from like 2014. Like Lord, Pure Heroine, or the AM album by Arctic Monkeys. But there are also there's for instance a song called Why Does Anyone Do Anything that kind of sounds like a mix between Weezer and Teenage Dirtbag and One Way Third Naked Ladies. Like those were the references used for creating that song. So basically like early 2000s punk music.
Oh, I see. Very interesting. Hang on, I think I fixed my issues. This is very sudden, but here's what I can do. I can now do this. You're seeing the technical backgrounds to this operation of ours, so it's no shame. Anyway, we're finally able to do it now. Perfect. Okay, so I fixed some of my problems, which is good. Anyway, now back to the interview. Finley, I hope you don't mind being a part of the stream of Vesp TTV. My community is already used to choppy streams, to say the least. So don't worry about it. It's the fun of it, The fun of it is discovering things together, making sure that they work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that, and I also love car games. Like I used to play a lot of those.
Oh yeah, really? What car games did you play?
Like everything Need for Speed and the NASCAR pilots, Crazy Taxi, everything.
That is very, very impressive. Well, I like playing a lot of racing games because I'm a racing fan, basically. Um, okay, well, let's continue. So, next time, maybe I'm gonna put the track that you talked about. We're gonna listen to it at some point because, of course, we're here to listen to your tracks as well. So, okay, how has your style evolved since your first time? Because clearly, everyone evolves in some capacity or another, right?
Right. So, I feel like when I started making music, I really wanted to create like a Louisiana blues sound and mix with like rockabilly. And it was actually kind of hard to do that because when I started approaching producers from Romania, Bucharest, texting them because it was the pandemic, they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like most of them are like into techno, deep house, stuff like that. So when I
Yeah,
was
I know.
mentioning something so niche and obscure as like Louisiana blues and rockabilly, they were like, what the fuck? So I actually started working with remote artists from overseas. So my first song was the Hometown Blues, and the guitar player was a guy from Vancouver, and the drummer was from Texas, and the bass player was from Nashville. So basically, that was kind of like probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. But it was also kind of weird because there were different time zones, right? So I would have to go back and forth and wait for an answer at like 3 or 4 a.m. And but it was really a cool project. But then by the time that song was done and recorded and everything, I had already found some producers here in Bucharest that I can work with really well. So it wasn't necessary. It was no longer necessary for me to work with remote artists from overseas.
So basically, the band that you formed, the people that you played and sang before necessarily, as you said, that guy from Vancouver. And this actually brings me to a very important point for starting artists. Is maybe at some point people are gonna find it hard to get into the music industry with all of the things that are happening, with all of the logistics and the investments necessary to start something like this, and people may not be able to follow their hobbies. So my next question is, how do you start as an artist? What do you need to do? What do you need to consider? Especially as a music artist, do you need a studio? Do you need a band before? How do you get your connections? And most importantly, what kind of resources would you require specifically to be able to
Well, obviously, it really depends because if you want to be a DJ, then the workflow is completely different. If you want to be a drummer, again, super different. So if you want to be a vocalist, you also need to have some sort of background regarding knowledge, like music theory or stuff like that. Like for instance, when I started making music, I also started taking like courses for like music theory, and I also played drums, keys, guitar, and I became super interested in like um, different dogs like Ableton, FL, all of that. So obviously you can just focus on being a vocalist, or you can get into producing, whatever you feel like it's more important to you.
Okay, that's actually a really good point because you have to have some background, obviously, and some skill before you can start. And not everyone can do this. But, okay, you are, I think, well, starting your career, as many would call it, of course. You still have a decent following on Instagram and on your social media, which will be linked in the YouTube video when you guys see this on YouTube. And maybe on Twitch at some point. I will let it in the description of the pod. So, my next question is, what would you like to experiment with in the future? You do alternative rock, indie rock now, but maybe in the future you would like to try something else, something that works better for you, another style.
Right, right. You're right. I started getting into like live gigs way more lately, so I actually that influenced my songwriting style. So I released like my most recent, actually second to last most recent song is called Happy New Year, and I kind of needed a song that was super poppy and upbeat for live events, so I kind of just did that. So yeah, obviously, like 5 years from now, I think my sound would be maybe not completely different, but definitely more evolved.
You mentioned something about live performances, and this actually brings me on to my next question. A lot of people in any industry have a phobia of appearing live on screen or on stage, but you clearly know how to deal with that. So you've had concerts before, and I know you do. But my question is, what is your preference? Do you prefer to sing on your own studio in your own vibe, or do you prefer to perform in front of many people?
I think both. Obviously, it's very different. So songwriting in the studio is very different than performing for a live audience. But it's amazing to be able to connect with new people and make new friends. So that's amazing.
Okay, that is actually a very good point. And I paused my game because I just want to really check something about the stream. Everything is going okay? Yes, everything is going okay. You know what? This is good. If you've been a long time fan of my channel, you would know that. Wait, follow me, please. Come on. Anyway, if you've been a long time fan of my channel, you would know that stuff sometimes does not work on the Vesp TV channel, but I'm really happy it does. Anyway, back to you now. I'm sure you encounter technical issues when you're making music, are you? You gotta make sure everything is perfect, eh?
Right. No, actually, you're so right. That brings me back to that moment when I had this laptop and I installed Adobe Cloud on it, and it was my first time working with Premiere Pro. And I had some footage of some of my friends. They were wearing like princess dresses, and we were actually at that castle where they filmed Wednesday, the series.
Yeah, I know where it is. I've been there before.
But like years before they filmed the series there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we actually went there because there was like a Salvador Dali exhibition at the castle at the time. So obviously, because I've always been into like art and artsy projects. At the time, I was into like still into photography and fashion, but I was also experimenting with filmmaking. So they were kind of used to me taking photos of them, but that time I wanted to do something a little bit more different. So I started just like filming them while they were wearing some dresses from my personal collection and running around, just having fun. And so that was great footage, right? So when I got home from that trip, I tried to put it all together and create some sort of video. Eventually I did. Like I used that footage for my music video for the Westland. But the first time that I edited it was the first time that I was using Premiere Pro ever, and it was on an old laptop, and I worked all night editing. And obviously, like, because it was my first time using Premiere Pro, I was also like watching tons of tutorials, making sure I'm doing things right. And then at like 5 or 6 a.m. after a whole like all-nighter of me editing that footage, the laptop just crashed.
Oh.
And I was almost like, I was done, like I was rendering it,
Oh.
And that was traumatizing. And I kind of just stopped using Premiere Pro after that until I got a better laptop.
Good riddance. I mean, I sometimes wish there would be better tools because Adobe, they don't have it sometimes. They do stuff like that all the time. This is why I use alternatives to edit my videos, because Adobe just sometimes sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
It is the truth. It is the truth.
Like, no shade, but it was sad.
Yeah, it really was. It really does sound sad. Okay. So, I want to ask you something about your career, if you don't mind. What's something about being a musician that most people just don't expect?
Well, if you're signed to a label, which is obviously the dream, actually, you have a lot of people like all of these tasks that you would otherwise have to do as an independent musician. All of those tasks are delegated to other people. So all you're left to do is just focus on your music, right? And just deliver new music and obviously like respect deadlines and everything. But when you're an independent artist, you have to do everything yourself. So that can be challenging sometimes, but obviously I love multitasking and learning new skills and becoming better at the skills that I already know. So to me, it kind of works. But yeah, obviously, like something that people don't expect is just that you have to do everything, or obviously, like even if you're signed to a label and you have people delegated to do everything for you, you still have to be a great team member, and to be it's like teamwork so that you know what to do and how to get along with everyone. So I guess that's kind of it's like an art form, really.
So are you
Um,
signed to a label?
no, I'm independent.
That's great. So wait, how did you get on Spotify? I was always curious about that. How do musicians get their music on Spotify?
Well, basically, you just upload your music online, and that's really important, right? Like you have to put yourself out there, and obviously, like it's kind of like it's all about the journey, right? It's not really about destination because you can be like a small artist, and that's it. Like it doesn't really matter. But I remember something that my teacher from high school said, the literature teacher. She said that until you publish your work, you're not really an artist. And that kind of got to me because at the time I was writing poetry, but I wasn't really publishing it anywhere. So I was like, am I really a poet if no one really knows what I'm doing? So when I started making music, obviously, like I just almost immediately started releasing it online, and you can just search for different um, softwares or like just different websites where you can just upload your music online and release it. It's really like I wouldn't recommend a certain website because they're all kind of shady, like to be honest, because they all have like hidden fees and everything. So I still haven't found the greatest website where you can upload your music without any like issues. So yeah, I'm still like if anyone knows what's the best website for uploading music online, then just let me know, right?
We'll let you know.
Yeah. But you can just like Google it and find what's best for you. And then once you start uploading music online, obviously you have to create like campaigns, like marketing campaigns and all sort of stuff. Like the sky really is the limit. You can be super creative, not just from a songwriting or producing perspective, but also from a promo perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a really good question. That's a really good answer, and it does answer a lot of questions for upcoming musicians. Well, we've had a bit of a chat, but now how about we listen to another one of Finley's songs, shall we? This one, I think. How about we put what should we put? What should we put? Oh, should we put the Why Does Anyone Do Anything? Should we put that one?
Sure.
Yeah, that would work. All right. Well, we're gonna be right back.
Woke up one day, said I'm gonna be a scientist, but somehow I ended up doing aerobatics. Holding my breath underwater didn't seem to work, so I thought I could design the city of tomorrow. I got disappointed way too many times, but then I saw your face and I knew that you were mine. Playing with your hair, I said, baby, don't be shy. I love to see you dance and I love to see you smile. I wish that you could dance like this when everybody is around. I wish that I could crop you out of the crowd and blur the background. Makes me sad when you ask me why I love you. What a silly question. Do you ever stop to think, why does anyone do anything? I love you even more when you're all fidgety said I'm gonna be an astronaut. The aliens were nice and they for the Mozart. They like my impression of Humphrey Bogart. But you're the one for me and we'll never be apart. For every single time I don't text you back, I'll make it up to you with a new backpack. I know I'm always busy and I hope you don't mind. We got alien bridesmaids, alien best man. I wish that you could dance like this when everybody is around. I wish that I could crop you out of the crowd and blur the background. It makes me sad when you ask me why I love you. What a silly question. Do you ever stop to think, why does anyone do anything? I love you even more when you're all fidgety and insecure. The way I see it, you are perfect, but I'm not good with words. Every window in the neighborhood lights up when I say once and for all, you're beautiful. And every star in the Milky Way and in the solar system blinks twice for yes, you're so gorgeous. It makes me sad when you ask me why I love you. What a silly question. Do you ever stop to think, why does anyone do anything? I love you even more when you're all fidgety and insecure. The way I see it, you are perfect, but I'm not good. It makes me sad when you ask me why I love you. What a silly question. Do you ever stop to think, why does anyone do anything? I love you even more when you're all fidgety and insecure. The way I see it, you are perfect, but I'm not good with words.
I realize it's mute. What a lovely piece of art.
Me?
Now, how about we listen to another one? Because you wanted to make a point with one of your songs. It was written by a woman, I think. We're going to listen to that one. Now, Finley told me that this one does not have a video, and yes, that is true. This one does not have a music video, but it does have a video on YouTube. So I suppose that is enough for me. Now, let me find it right here. Oh, hang on a minute. I mean, I really like your genre, and I think people will do that as well. I mean, it's just lovely. All right. This is written by a woman, by the one and only Finley Clark.
I should have done the script in the land of the free when I can improvise in perpetuity. No one Disney princess in Technicolor. My life is like a sitcom from the Disney Channel. From the Disney Channel. You're watching Disney Channel. Can you believe I'm India and even got bangs? Can you believe I run the streets and even got no fangs? Fangs 1, 2, 3, boy, you're coming home with me. I don't even care that you're mentally ill. Look at you, did you fall from heaven? Cause you look like Lucifer before he became Satan. Life is better when you enter sixth dimension. When you aim, following directions. I can generate ideas in the streets. I can generate ideas in a mansion. Life is better when you don't have an agenda. Life is better when you don't have a vendetta. Life is better when it's just a love letter. So let 'em watching Disney Channel. Sometimes I feel like a fish in the Caribbean. You can sink your teeth into my queen-size bed while you cry in tears of existential dread. You come over again cause you know that I'm gonna love you like a man cause you're written by a woman.
That was written by a woman by the one and only Finley Clark. Lovely track. It was, I like your genre. I really do. Next time I'm going to make a stream, I'm going to use your music as background music, but I hope you don't strike my ass down. Please don't. By the way, you're on mute. You may want to unmute yourself from mute. I noticed this time. Yeah, there we
Can
go.
you hear me now?
Yes. We can. This is the way we do things around on the Vesp channel. What was your inspiration for that track? And by the way, the lyrics.
Yep.
They were a bit obscene, but I'm gonna go over it. Because Twitch and YouTube. No, hold on. Twitch and YouTube. Don't mess with me, okay? Please. I don't want any trouble, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. They will listen. They're very good boys. Unless they implement those censorship things that they just announced, I was gonna go over them, but I don't think that's worth it because everyone is going over them at this point. You know what I'm talking about. The fact that now if you're in the UK, you have to verify your ID. Well, I'm gonna shoot him a photo of my ID. Well, why would you want to see that? It's just stupid, isn't it? I can make a very good British accent.
Wait.
It's fucking stupid, innit?
Fucking hell.
Being in the music industry definitely made you have a good accent. Anyways, we're now gonna go back to our interview. So, I'm gonna ask you a few more questions. What was the most challenging song that you've made?
Okay, so I think before that you asked me like what inspired me to write written by a woman.
Actually, yes. What inspired you?
Well, actually, I was watching a lot of like movies and rom-coms, and actually like the chorus for Written by a Woman was from a song that I had written 2 summers or 1 summer before, because I written it in the summer of 2024, so last summer, but the chorus is from a song that I'd written in summer 2023. And then I just kind of put them all together. And then the most challenging song that I had to write was honestly, I think Cherry Red. I wrote it, like it took me like a long time to write it, because I usually write songs in like one night, right? So like an hour or 2 hours, but with Cherry Red it was kind of like I wrote it on the course of like weeks. I think it was like the whole month of August 2021. And I was kind of also watching like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, and I just kind of feel like that kind of music inspired the beat that we created for the song.
Oh yeah. Hey, do you have any? Wait, sorry. I wanted to say, what were your collaborations that you think shaped your music?
Well, so far I only work with a few producers from Bucharest, and like I said, the remote projects that I had with musicians from abroad. But I've never actually had a featuring, so I've never made a collaboration with other artists, like featuring. But I'm planning on doing that maybe for either from my Slasher album or just as a single, like a standalone. Of course, because you said that you like to sing as well. So, and also like you are officially invited. I know you say that you're starting college in Sweden and like whatever. But if you come back to Bucharest, it will be lovely to have you at our burlesque festival where we have a lot of live acts from other fellow artists.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'd be honored to be there.
Lovely.
I'd be. When is that?
Well, it's on October 31st.
Write it
Halloween.
down, people. It's very important.
My favorite day of the year.
Oh yes. Lovely. Now I'm gonna ask a question that it's a bit of a story time for you. What was the strangest thing that happened to you during a performance?
Hmm. Well, I haven't really had any strange things happen to me during one of my performances. Um, Yet, like a wardrobe malfunction or something like that. But I'll let you know if anything comes up.
Oh yeah? Okay, I'll be sure to know. I'll put it on my channel.
Yeah.
What's the message you hope that people take from your music?
Honestly, like I don't know. I'm a musician, right? So when I make music, it's really about trying to connect with other people, and it's really a conversation. Like I always perceived art as a conversation. Like when I read a novel or I see a theater play or I watch a movie, I always think it's like kind of like a conversation. So I just hope that when people listen to my music, they feel inspired to create something as well. Or I don't know, sometimes you just like when you're feeling sad, you just want to listen to a sad song, or when you're feeling happy, you want to listen to a happy song. So it's really not that deep, but I definitely hope that some people will get touched by my music.
That's very cool. And one part of being a musical artist, especially a lyricist, is being able to write lyrics that touch the heart. This is one part that I've experienced because all of the lyrics that I've been writing so far have been very, very heartfelt. Someone is saying that I'm not able to be heard on stream. This is bullshit. I know I am. Come on. Don't mess with me. Hang on a minute. You're messing with me. I am able to be heard on stream. You're not tricking me this time. I'm just going to amplify my sound then. I'm going to do this. There we go. I amplify my sound. But you're going to be able to be heard as well. So, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to ask you a few more questions before we're going to put your next track and then maybe wrap it up with maybe something fun. What are your dream collaborations? Anything that you dream of reaching? A specific point, a specific someone you would like to collaborate with in the future?
Honestly, there are so many artists that I would like to collaborate with, but I can't really think of any right now. But obviously, there are a lot of artists that I'd like to collaborate with.
Okay. Maybe some foreigners.
Just people that I can connect with and that have a very similar sound. Or maybe on the contrary, some artists that have a completely different sound, and then we'll see what happens.
Interesting. What would you like what would you like your legacy to be?
Honestly, I don't really think about that. But I really want to. I really like the idea of albums. I feel like in this day and age, everyone's like really focused on singles, and a lot of artists don't really focus anymore on this like album concept, like a concept album or something like that. Like a lot of artists just want to
What do you think
put a
that
song
is?
out there. I think we live in a very fast-paced environment. We live in big cities. Everything is just very, very fast-paced. But yeah, I just hope that people can slow down and take some time to do some self-reflection, and then they can also like release albums, and prioritize albums over singles. But that's definitely like my, like, not necessarily the idea for a legacy, but I'm definitely more focused on that, on albums.
What's the lesson you've learned from being a musician and working in the music industry more specifically?
Well, it really taught me how to um, multitask everything, and I also met a lot of amazing people, and I feel like I've learned everything from every single person that I've met. Like, not just since I started making music, but like throughout my life. Um, I learned, like, I learned things from every single person that I crossed paths with, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it really is. Learning from others is something that makes us humans being able to just allow ourselves to be inspired and take others in their path. It's beautiful, really. And I'm just really glad to hear a musician's perspective on this because a lot of people may be misinformed about how making music and how being a musician actually works. Especially nowadays when there are these misconceptions. Everyone says, oh, she's on drugs, oh, he's on drugs, oh, he's doing all those sorts of things. And you realize that it's just, there's a lot of misconceptions. People don't really get how music works, you know? They don't get what it takes to just be a musician. I think this is really sad because music is one of those things that every human likes. It's like we were meant to listen to music, you know, in a way.
Yeah, I feel like it's the one language that we all understand, and like you said, all of these misconceptions about artists having a, like, a crazy lifestyle. I feel like that's just I don't think it has to do with artists, you know, because artists at the end of the day are just people, and some of the most disciplined people that I've ever met in my life are artists, whether they're whether they play an instrument or they're DOPs, or, you know, just working backstage in filmmaking, or like some of the most disciplined people I've ever met are in the entertainment industry. No joke. So, but obviously there's this romanticized vision of artists having a crazy lifestyle and the novelty of it. So I totally get it, but it's not always the case.
I see. And what about creativity? Because when you're making music, there definitely has to be something that gets you on, something that it's like a snap, you know. For
Right.
me, I can tell you that for me, it's been like whenever I feel like absolute crap is when I write the best lyrics. What about you? And I've always wondered. These are going to be two questions, but I've always wondered: those who write songs about love, is it about someone else, or do you just do it because it's fun?
Well, some of the love songs that I've written were about just me loving myself.
Mm.
But obviously, as an artist, you do have to have a level of reactiveness. And I feel like, you know, in our society where everyone's kind of like a control freak, and we're kind of taught to be like very non-reactive, that's actually kind of bad if you're an artist, because as an artist, you do have to be reactive in some way. Otherwise, how are you going to channel your experiences and emotions into a piece of, like, an art piece of art, right? So
Yeah.
you do have to be in tune with your own emotions so that you can translate what you're feeling into a piece of art.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like the workflow is different for everybody.
I see. I see. You know, if I was, if you listen to my songs, they're not really about love. I write about misery and stuff like that because
Love that, love that. Some of the best songs are sad songs. I mean, look at Adele, right?
yeah, yeah. It's mostly because I've been through a lot. This admissions
Yeah.
process that I've been through, I've been struggling for a year because on one hand you have a government who's like, "Well, yeah, I can't give you more information. What you have from me is everything that you have from me. I can't give you more information, and you're just gonna have to look on your own." In obvious reference to the Swedish government. And then you
Oh.
have the Romanian government who's like, Am I gonna have those diplomas on time? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You're gonna give them to me.
So
Yeah,
what are you going to study in Sweden?
Sustainable energy at Uppsala University. Very good
Wow.
place.
Amazing stuff, honestly.
I want to be a car engineer. This is what I'm doing. I'm driving a Volvo. I'm gonna work at this company. I gotta make them good press, you know.
To save the planet and the environment, one
Yeah.
step at a time.
Of course. It's what I like to do. I've always enjoyed automotive engineering and everything that's green, clean, and just overall a better thing for our planet. We only have one planet. Why not
Mhm.
keep it for the children that are gonna come after us, you know?
Yeah, that's actually a really good mentality.
You wanna breathe in fresh air. Andrew Tate said once, breathe air. We have to be able to breathe air, you know?
Who said that?
Andrew Tate.
Wait,
Yeah, he was talking about vapes and he was like, breathe air!
you like Andrew Tate?
No, I don't. I just make fun of him.
This interview is over. Sorry.
No, I just make fun of him. I mean, that guy is
Yeah.
that guy is an absolute jackass sometimes, I feel like.
Yeah, well.
It's just the things he says, man. Whatever, Andrew Tate is just an idiot. Anyway, let's take a small break now and listen to another one of Finley's tracks because they're just that good. They're just that good. You can't do better than that. What do you suggest we listen? I think you were talking about something about Sherry, what was it?
Cherry Red, but I'd actually like for you to play the song Diamond Ring.
Okay, I will. So, Finley Clark, Diamond Ring, coming up right now. Hang on. Ooh, easy. Enjoy.
Red lipstick on the mirror in a club bathroom. Sipping a martini, has to smell like you. Pain is your biggest asset to the end of all days. I'ma guilt trip you and never give you space. Torture you psychologically. You deform me, whatever I please. I'm your fishnet bride, Elvis is the priest. You're just a convict, I'll never set you free. 'Cause baby, I know, you break your parole for me. Baby, you rob a bank to buy me a diamond ring. 'Cause baby, you know, you break your parole for me. Baby, you rob a bank to buy me a diamond ring. I really love your mom, I can see it on your arm. The ink on your body never lies. You made a couple of friends while you were doing time. I can see it in your ocean eyes. Golden boy in a tank top, you look like I just made you up. I hurt you when you come back for more. I locked you in my heart necklace, threw away the key, and then I threw away the hole. I'm cruel to be kind, will you forgive me for making you cry whenever I please? I'm your fishnet bride, Elvis is the priest. You're just a convict, I'll never set you free. 'Cause baby, I know, you break your parole for me. Baby, you rob a bank to buy me a diamond ring. 'Cause baby, you know, you break your parole for me. Baby, you rob a bank to buy me a diamond ring.
That was by Finley Clark, Diamond Ring. Lovely track. I really like it.
Thank you.
I really think you will have a lot of success because music like this, it just makes you feel good, you know?
Yeah.
It just does.
Some time, having a good time with
Then
the family.
people have been yelling at me to lower my game volume, so I'm just gonna do that.
Right.
There we go. So, so I would like to ask you, what was your inspiration for that song? Because clearly it was something about doing the time.
Actually, no. I mean, I did meet someone when I was working, like when I had one of those little jobs where I was distributing flyers in Bucharest. And one of the people that came up to me, there was this guy who worked at a crematorium, but he also did time for murder. So I think that was the only person that I've ever met in my whole life that actually like did time.
Wow.
So it was just like a random guy. But no, I feel like this song Diamond Ring is about just dangerous love, right? And how dangerous love can feel sometimes.
I understand. One more very important question. This is about Romanian culture, so you should be able to get this, okay?
Love that. Hitting me with the hard questions.
I will. There's only one right answer. Țancă Uraganu or Nicolae Guță. Which one?
Well, I know that Țancă Uraganu has some weird political views. Like, I think he was into like. I think he was.
Yes.
I think he was supporting Călin Georgescu and George Simeon, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So he's kind of problematic, right?
Yes.
We don't like that at all.
We don't.
His music slaps though.
Does it?
That's what I'm gonna say on that. And yeah, like Nicolae Guță is kind of like a living legend, right? Like, I don't know.
I suppose so. But fucking multimilioane, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if he was the one who said that, or maybe it was Aristotle.
I mean, this brings you on to my next point. As an artist, how do you have fun on the scene? I mean, do you troll? Do you have fun in other ways? What is it exactly?
Well, I think me specifically, I do have a lot of fun, and that's kind of like my mantra and like my MO is I do this as long as I'm having fun. And if by any means or by any chance I'm no longer having fun, I'll take a step back and then take like a little break and then come back, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think you should force yourself, because art is supposed to be fun. Even when you're writing a really sad song, like you said that you like to write sad songs, right?
Yeah.
But even if they're sad songs, it's still fun in a way, because the process of making things
satisfying, you know?
satisfying, right?
Because when I write a song like that, it's like I'm taking everything off my chest, and when I sing, it's like it's my way of crying, you know? It's my way of letting it all out. It's like a release. I yell all my emotions into a microphone, and then I just breathe in, and I feel good.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about channeling your energy in a positive way.
And I think that singing specifically is all about having the right kind of energy, because if you just don't feel it, it's never gonna sound good. Doesn't matter how much you sing.
For sure.
And it depends, I suppose, on a lot of patterns and all that sorts of stuff. This is why I suppose some people just assume that artists have a crazy life. They don't know where they get that energy from, but it's really just about having fun. Artists have fun when they're doing this stuff, so I suppose they never run out of energy when they do fun stuff, right?
Yeah, well, obviously, like, sometimes you just do it for the plot, and then, yeah, you just go along with it.
I'm a bit curious, though. When you when you were thinking about writing this album, did you think it was going to be hard? Were you surprised by how easy or hard it was? And more specifically, what were some of the challenges that came up down the way?
Well, obviously, I didn't even know, like, when I started making the album, I didn't even know how many songs there were going to be on the album. Because you see albums out there that have, like, even 20 songs, right? Or some of them have just, like, 10 songs. I wasn't really sure which genre I should approach or how exactly am I going to execute everything. Also, the promo side and the gigs and everything. But it all kind of came together and I just went along with it, like things just kind of happened and I'm cool with it, So it was a lot of fun. And I'm even more excited for my upcoming album Slasher.
Ooh, I'll definitely be sure to check it out. Maybe check myself in and see how it all goes because I think you've just turned into one of my favorite artists. You just have that vibe,
Really appreciate it.
Because you also have to have a specific vibe to be able to be liked by someone, I suppose. Well, I think that wraps all the questions that I have for you. If you have something else to say, I really appreciate it. Because as of right now, I'm just trying to finish this delivery. But
Right.
if you have something else to say.
It was lovely having this conversation, and I'm really excited to maybe have like a follow-up chat with you, like maybe for Halloween or for Christmas when we're gonna have like our next events in Bucharest. So keep in touch.
Yeah, I sure will. Now, I hope you don't mind the fact that this stream may have had some mishaps. You have to understand, I haven't been doing this for over a year because of my baccalaureate exams, and I was
Mhm.
But we got there in the end, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, it's a struggle, but everyone goes through it, or most people do. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's worth it in the end. Whether you're
it
doing a
is.
stream or you're doing something else entirely, and yeah. I'm really happy to have had you here. Thank you so much for choosing to join me today. And
Likewise.
everyone, this was Finley Clark. Please check her out on Spotify. If you search her name, Finley Clark, you should see her pretty face on her profile picture, and you're gonna be able to see her over there. YouTube Music, Instagram as well. She has an Instagram account for those interested, Finley Clark Music. I will not be able to provide you the link because it's gonna go away, unfortunately. It's not gonna stay here on the Twitch chat because Twitch has no way of me doing that. Blame Twitch. But yeah, please do make sure to check her socials. I am very happy that you were able to be here today, everyone, and the viewers as well. This live stream is gonna be on YouTube as a VOD. I'm gonna download the clips and I'm gonna mix them together because we had a bit of a technical difficulty, you may know. That was not my fault. It's the game's fault. It's unstable. What am I supposed to do? Well, thank you so much, and good luck with your career. And I'll be sure to check in. Maybe you're gonna be able to see me in the Halloween concert. Who knows? I'm really excited to try and work with you, perhaps.
Likewise. Thanks for having me, and see you soon.
See you soon, and everyone, bye bye.
Bye.